Good evening, everyone. This is Robin from Robin's Creations. Thank you for stopping by my channel. On this evening, we will be splitting another rhinestone template on a zipper hoodie. On this evening, we will be splitting the design on a cream colored hoodie. And this is the hoodie we will be using. And then the design is from my crafty friend, Making with Marilyn. And I purchased her template, Oh Snap. So let me bring that in frame, Oh Snap. And then here's the cutest gingerbread man you've ever seen. So let's get started. I was cutting out the templates right before we went live. So I wanted to continue peeling, and I did cut the design using my, I'm a little out of frame. Let me get in frame. Okay. I cut it using my Cricut Maker, and it cuts pretty well. So let me see here. Yes, it cuts pretty well. It's a few dots left behind, but I do see here that I need to kind of pull out some of the circles, and I should have pulled or brought my lint roller. I got that hack from Eve, but I don't think it's nearby. I'm actually not sure where it is. I think it's downstairs. So let me go ahead and try to get some of the circles that didn't pull away as I was pulling it off the mat. So let me try and pull some of those circles by just laying it on top of this, on top of my mat. It's not, they're not open. These are the mats that I purchased from Delatra. And when I say Delatra, I mean the dollar store. $1.25 chopping mats that I place my templates on. So let me see here. So it looks like they're coming out pretty well. So that's good. That is really good. So, oh snap. So it looks like we have the holes all pulled out, as many as we need to be pulled out anyway for right now. And then if I'm missing any, I can definitely pull them out with my weeding tool. So let me see here. Okay, so I do see like one spot right there where it didn't pull out. So let's pull that one out. Let me just take a quick little glance just to see. And sometimes you may miss some. And then as you're brushing in the stones, you're like, oh snap, I missed a spot. So let's go ahead. And now we have the template. And let me see if that is, let me see. It looks like you can see it pretty well. Let me look on my other device just to see that everything looks okay as far as the clarity. I have the I have my laptop a little ways out of my reach. So I just wanted to, I just want to make sure it's clear. So it looks like I'm clear. Okay. So let me just move this out of the way. And sorry for the extra noise, but I am trying to perfect this look. So it looks like everything is okay. Not a lot of shaking going on. And I could see here. Okay. So it does look like I got a good view. So the stones that I chose for this design this evening, let me pull some. So I have the jet black I was going to use for the eyes. And since it's on a cream colored hoodie, I'm not sure if you can see this, but this is my champagne AB. And all of these stones are SS10 stones that I purchased from Eve from the Baby's Booty. So, and I do have champagne here. So I haven't quite decided like exactly what is going to go where, but we'll figure it out. So I have champagne AB, and the AB have a coating on it where you will get multiple colors within this one stone. So it looks like I'm getting like some gold and some purple or lavender. So I'm going to go with the champagne and the champagne 8B, jet black. And I did choose coffee. I did choose coffee for this evening. And my tanzanite. So just to pull out some of the purple, haven't really decided where I'm going to put the tanzanite, or maybe I should use a pop of a different color, and that would be magenta. So let's start brushing in the stones just to see how it looks, and then that way we can see how it pops, if it pops or not. So let's start brushing. I have my brushing tool here. That's another tool. And then I have my wax pen here. And the wax pen is used to pick up any stones that may be out of place and to place them in place. And then the other end, I can push them in the hole if need be. So that's what this is for. And then I have my handy dandy rotary tool or rotary slicer. And this was purchased from Delatra as well. So these are the tools that I use to brush in the stones and also split the design in half. So since the hoodie is so light, I do want to do a lot of the darker stones as the trim, and then possibly the lighter stones inside. So I'm thinking of a master plan before I start. So how about if I go with the tanzanite? And this is the first time I've used the tanzanite since I purchased it. So let's go with the, and I don't need this rubber mat until after. So let's go with the tanzanite for the outer part. And I always like to pour, and I'm kind of blocking it because it's still in the taller container. So I have the tanzanite, and I always pour a mound of stones. And then when I brush them in, I go into a circular motion. And as you can see, I'm going into this circular motion just to make sure that they all get into, and my mound, I don't think was large enough. The more stones that you use, you have a greater chance of them going into the holes. So you just go in and you just brush them right on in, and then I push them where they need to be pushed, just so that I'm kind of doing a little system here, like, okay, like go into the hole, and they bump inside of each other. They do their job, but I have to clear all the access stones off. So in that case, I'll take and push them toward one direction to get ready to scoop them all up and put them back into the container. So we'll go ahead and brush in more stones. So we have the A and the P. It's looking good. And they're brushing into the holes very well. I like that. I like that. I always get a great outcome in using my Cricut maker. Have no complaints, no complaints. So we have some loose stones here, and then we're going to go ahead and do the S and snap. We're going and push those off to the side, and we're almost done with this particular portion of the template, but not everything's not done just yet. So let's see here. We'll push them off to the side because I'll pick up all the access stones and put them back into the container. This was a perfect brushing. It was perfect. Didn't miss many stones, so that's great. So the question is, where is my? Okay, here it is. It's behind me because I had it the other night. So let's see here. We're going to go ahead, and I'm a little off. Oh, okay. You can see me. I thought I was a little out of frame, but it looks like you can see it a little bit. So that's good. Okay. So then I'll pull the container near, and then pour the stones. See how I put them inside the metal chopper? So, and then I pour them, and then it's a circle on the side, which becomes like a funnel, and then place them immediately back into the container. You don't want to get into a habit of having various stones out on your table where you're designing, simply because you don't want to mix your stones. Eve at the baby's booty, she already have some nice mixtures. And I don't want to mix up my stones, not just yet. So that looks pretty good for the outside of Oh Snap. So what I'm going to do, I've pre-cut some of the KTM mask already. So I'll go ahead and, let me see here. I'll go ahead and use some of this KTM mask. My apologies for the noise. And then we'll go ahead and pick up the stones. So we'll go down. And we have one layer. So it's looking pretty good. That's rewarding. So let's see here. So now I'm picking the stones up with the KTM mask. Saw one still down. So that one, after the second try, still didn't come up. So what I'll do, I'll manually place it. I'll pick the stone out of the hole because the flock is pretty sticky underneath, and sometimes you run into it while it's so sticky, you run into it sticking down in the hole because of the vendor change on the flock. Sometimes you pick them all up, and then sometimes you get some that stay back. And when you're using new KTM masks, you shouldn't have that problem. But Heat Transfer Warehouse, their KTM masks changed vendors as far as who made the mask. So yeah, when you have change, it happens sometimes. So here we have the inside of Oh Snap. So I was thinking about the inside going with my champagne AB. So we're going to go ahead and pour another mound of stones. And here I have 2 mounds of stones, and I'll push those off to the side and begin to brush in Oh Snap. And this is the filler portion, the portion that fills in Oh Snap, the words. The first one we did was the outer portion, the outline, I should say. So we did the outline. And kind of go in that circular motion and try to brush in and push them down to the next part of the design, just so we can get the word snap all pushed in. So it looks like, okay, it looks like it's pushing in pretty good. I can see where the mask is a bit sticky. So looking good. Okay. So we're just going to move on and keep going into that circular motion and get these holes filled up. And eventually, we'll have it all done. I was just trying to design it to where as though, it'll look really nice on this cream colored hoodie. Trying to build contrast with various colors. We have some dark and we have some light. The hoodie is already a cream color, which is light. So the contrast will be the coffee stones. And I hope I said coffee in the beginning. The coffee stones and then the tanzanite. So that darker contrast on the lighter hoodie. So, okay. So we have a lot of sticky stones here. Not sure why, but we have quite a few of them sticking together. And I would hope that my mask isn't that sticky. Or my flop. But we will press on and hand place and do what we need to do in order to have the filler stones all in the right direction. And let me see here. Yeah. So I'll go ahead and hand place them. So how was your day going so far? You'll have to let me know down in the chat. How's your day going? So it seems like we have 9 days, 9 days left before Christmas. Where has this year gone? It's going too fast, I tell you. So we're gonna go ahead and yeah. Do you have all your gifts wrapped? I don't. So I'm like, oh snap. And has how about have you done any baking of cookies or made a gingerbread house? Maybe. We did bake some cookies over a week ago, but not a gingerbread house, or I haven't had any ginger snaps, but I like ginger snaps. How about you? Hello and welcome in, Lady G. How it's good to hear that you're doing good. I was just talking about baking for the holiday. Have you did any baking so far this holiday season? I did bake some cookies, but no gingerbread or ginger snaps. And I haven't purchased any ginger snaps in a while either. But they are tasty. They are pretty tasty. I like them. So does the sound okay, Lady G? I'm like, I'm hoping so. It's like, So I'm still hand placing the champagne AB. Oh, okay. Nice. Oh, great. I'm glad the sound sounds great. Yes. I plan to make more cookies, but not just yet. Maybe we have 9 more days before Christmas. So maybe in, I guess, 8 or 9 days, I'll get the cookies baked. No, Harry. They have so many things at Costco as far as baked goods, and I have been more so relying on the Costco and Sam's Club to get baked goods lately. Not necessarily doing all the work myself these days. So, okay. So now we do have the champagne AB. We have that brushed in. Let me see. Oh, okay. And let's put all those stones away. I found one that was out. So this champagne AB, it gives you a little gold, and then it also looks like it gives like lavender. So that's why I did the outside, or the outline. I did that in the tanzanite, which is a darker purple. And we'll be placing it on a cream colored hoodie. So, and again, I apologize for the loud noise of that KTM mask. So I place it down on my clothing because it is new, and that'll help get rid of some of the static electricity. So it's, it's winter time, so you'll find that a lot of static is is everywhere. And then it begins to, oh, hi, hi, Marilyn. Hi, Making with Marilyn. I'm doing your design tonight. I am. I thought it would look nice on and I have the cream colored hoodie that I'll be placing it on tonight. So thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Oh, I went over to your Etsy shop and purchased this design. I thought it was so cute. And I showed it to my granddaughter, and she was like, "Oh yes," she likes it a lot. So I think she'll be taking this hoodie. So, and I'm going to try like using. I have some coffee stones, and also what else do I have? So yes, I have coffee and tanzanite, which is going to be the perimeter. And I think the coffee, I'm going to do the gingerbread man. Now, I'm not sure if you can see this, but on the back, it sometimes happened with the hot thick stones. Sometimes the glue is missing. So once you turn it over on the back and you see that there's no glue on the bag, you can just get rid of that stone and then replace it with another one. So we're going to go ahead and replace it with another stone. Thank y'all so much for joining. This is super sweet. I have two of my crafty friends here with me. I'm so excited. Yes, so let me go ahead. And now I'm covering the KTM mask back. And then we have our champagne AB and tanzanite. That's done. And then now we can do the gingerbread. So we're going to go ahead, and again, I pour amount of stones. I can hand place, or will be hand placing the eyes. I'm just going to pour just a little bit. Yes, Marilyn, I thought it would split rather nice because it's just the way you designed it is and then snap, and then I'll use my rotary cutter from Delatra and then just slice it on down. So I thought, hey, I think I like that. This is a really nice design you created. So I putting the little eyes in. So we have the little eyeballs, and I did mean to pull out magenta possibly for the lips. Let me see here. Let me finish with one thing before I go to the next. So I'll go ahead and brush in the coffee stones, and Again, I always go into that circle of motion. And I do want to make everyone aware of the choices of the hoodies that I am purchasing. I look for the hoodie that have the metal zipper simply because it has to go under the heat press, and I am pressing it. I'm putting the heat press down over top of the zipper, and you won't. I don't think you'll have much success with the plastic zipper. That's why I've chosen the metal zippers to work with. And the metal zippers, I have found that Fruit of the Loom has most of the metal zippers. So make sure you don't have the plastic. Haven't had any success with or purchased plastic zippers. I always purchase the metal zipper. So that's of the importance, because you think of plastic, it's probably going to melt or the zipper won't be functional. So I'll go ahead, and I didn't pull out any lips. I'm like, a color for the lips, I should say. So I'm going to go back into my stones and then pull out magenta. So was that coffee top? Nope, wrong top. Coffee. And I don't have an idea for the bow tie either. Oh, you know what? Yes, I do. I could make the bow tie champagne. And then I have 3 little buttons here, and I wasn't too sure. Yes, I like the Fruit of the Loom products as well. They hold up really well. I have been, and I'm brushing these in with my finger, only because the bow tie is tiny. And I don't have to use my finger. Here's the brush right here. So use your tools, Robin. So yes, the Gildan, they're a bit pricey. As far as wow, I just think that the Gildan hoodies are much pricier. So they were expensive. And I looked on Jiffy shirts, and they were pretty expensive. And I was like, no, I can't. So, and these Fruit of the Looms I purchased about a year ago. So I just purchased quite a few and had them on hand. So let's move along. As far as the lips will be magenta, but I don't have any idea of what color I'll make the oh, okay. I could make, well, I don't know. So I have my stones behind me. I have a stash of stones. And since I am coming toward the end, so I have my magenta here. And I could use, let me see here. What could I tried to get all of my stones out prior to the Zoom, because making decisions when I go live is not good for me, because I'll be looking for days. So that's bad that I didn't have my magenta out already. So I have magenta. So I need to, sorry for all the clicking, but I do have all of my stones organized in a carrying case. I mentioned that I do take my stones on the road. So I need to have them readily and available to bling with friends. So I'm trying to think. I do have like a lavender. So this is the neon. The neon. Let me see here. How would that look? I have no idea. But we're going to go with it. I have the neon violet AB. So that's what I'm going to do his 3 buttons with. With all the dark, I want to just take and put something light in there. So I'm just going to go with it. Just want to add a little bit. So we're going to put that back. And I'm not sure about these magenta lips now. So, but I'm going to have to go with that as well. It's too hard to make a decision when you have all these beautiful stones. So let's go ahead and make those pink lips. So we're going to go ahead and hand place those. And I'm putting my stones over to the left so I won't knock them over. So let me see here. Yes. So we have just a few more, and I'm still in frame, so that's good. And then we have one last one. So it looks okay. It looks okay. No complaints here. So let's put this back. So let me see. Okay, and then I'll get my KTM mask. And with my KTM mask, I will pick up the gingerbread man in his face. So I put the KTM mask on my clothing just so that it will release some of the static electricity and not turn and flip the stones over. So we'll go ahead and push it down so we can pick up all the stones. And then we'll pull the gingerbread man up, pull him up off of the flock. And one little portion of the eyeball doesn't want to come up. So we'll go ahead and hand place that. And my apologies for all the noise. Or I'm not sure of how loud it is, but I know it possibly can be a little loud over that speaker. So let me see. Okay. So I just want to match it up to what's on my KTM, what's on my flock, just to make sure that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and cut it off because it's actually too much extra KTM mask, and having that extra, it's like it'll hold on to everything. So I'm going to pull over my Cricut mat, which is a self-healing mat, and this is where I do all the cutting. So not splitting the design just yet. I am just getting this extra, getting the extra off just so that it won't keep holding on to something. Or so Then I'll put the back on. And then let's push down, take off the extra. And I need to flip it over. And I can stand up because now I need to turn on my heat press just so that I can begin to put my little gingerbread man together. So here are the parts of the gingerbread man, and what I wanted to do was match up the eyes just to make sure that they are fitting in the right place the way Marilyn designed it. So let me see here. And I lost the eyeball again. I tell you, that flock is really sticky. So let's see here. I still don't have it. So I'm going to have to try and hand place it again. One little portion of the eye. So let me see here. I'm just going to put it right there. And then when it's time to place it, I will figure it out. But right now, I'm going to move on. So I have my templates. I'll push those to the side. Let's turn on this heat press. So I'll get the cord and plug that in. And I'll be using my H2B Ront heat press. And I always press my stones at 350 degrees for 15 seconds. So we're going to go ahead and move all these trip hazards out the way. Okay. And while that's heating up, I'm going to go ahead look at this hoodie. And you see what I mean as far as, of course, you know, the metal zipper. And we're going to go ahead and press that. Okay. So I'm going to put the O and the SN on one side and the AP on the other side. So the only thing I do is I put it on my self-healing mat, and then I'll just go up and around my stones that I brushed in, and I always brush first. And then I place my design on the mat as it goes on the left and the right. And then here we have the outline. And then I take my rotary cutter and cut that. And then I always hold them or place them on my desk the way it needs to be pressed on the hoodie. And then, of course, the gingerbread man will go on this side. And then here are all the components to place on the gingerbread. So I'm ready to press. So this beautiful design, again, was created by Making with Marilyn, and her Etsy shop. I will place it in the description um, right after the Zoom, but her Etsy is, let me try and find it because I don't want to say the wrong thing. Marilyn, are you able to place your Etsy shop in the chat? I'm not real familiar with this StreamYard just yet, but I possibly, let me see here. And I'm doing this while the heat press is getting up to temperature. So right now we have it at 276 degrees. So let me see here. Yes, I didn't do anything as far as like my settings or anything like that. So let me see here. Making with Marilyn. Oh snap design. So let me see here in Etsy. Yep, there it is. So it should be coming up. I'm on my other device, but I'm going to send it over. So yes, let me see. Okay, yes, here it is. So I'm going to copy it and then place it in the chat. So what did you think so far? Does anyone have any questions or anything like that as far as splitting the design? Right now, I'm taking the design of my crafty community, ones that I've purchased, and I haven't brushed them in yet. And I need to because, I already purchased them from my crafty friends. So I want to be able to place them on a garment. And that's what I'll be doing. I'm going to try to stick with 4 o'clock every day this week, and just all the templates that I have purchased from my crafty friends. I will be, let me see here. I will be doing those templates on a live. So I'm hoping I did that right. Doesn't look right. And I did hear my, I heard my timer go off. So let me see here. Wow. I'm not too sure of why it did it so many times. So I will put it in the description. So now I'm going to go ahead, right after this live, I'll make sure that I put where you can purchase this beautiful template that Marilyn designed, Making with Marilyn. So I'm at the temperature. So I always like to, let me make sure you can see me good. I always like to preheat my garment. So I'm going to turn it a little bit. So I'll preheat the garment just to get the moisture out. And I'll go ahead and put that in for a minute and put my auto on. So I have, let me see here, open. Okay. Okay, so now we have our garment preheated. I want to, now that I'm finished with the rotary tool, I want to go ahead and put that to the side just so that I won't cut myself. Had to put the safety back on. So let me see here. I'm trying to bring everything down that, let me see. I'm going to slide this over and then try to show you how I'm placing it. Because okay. And I always look at the design in the mirror, and the mirror is it's behind the camera. So I go down the garment, and then I have O and then the SN, and I kind of go close to the zipper line. And I normally do like 3 fingers, and they're relaxed fingers. I don't want it down on the belly, but I do want it down a little bit so that you can relax your zipper. Because all the time you don't zip it all the way up your neck. So I have the outline. I have O. And then I have the AP for snap. And then we're going to line up the A and the P with the S and the N. And I am eyeballing this. So I do have my ruler that I can't live without. So let me swing it downward because it looks like it was going a little upward. So how does that look? And you see how it's, well, it looks, I don't have a leveler, but I do have to eyeball it. And the more I look at it, the more I'll keep changing it. So I need to commit and don't quit. Stop pulling it off. Just commit. Oh, I could. That is so true. That's a great suggestion, to cut the O and the H away from the S and the N, if that helps. That is so true, Marilyn. And that is so true. I could. Okay, so let me see here. So how does this look? Look straight? Yes, I rearrange. I'm like, I'm like, look 3 times because you only get 1 time to press it. And it should be just, Yeah, I just don't want to give somebody something all crooked. I'm like, just commit. Oh my goodness, that is so funny. The struggle is real when it comes to making sure the garment is nice and lined up and you're not wanting to mess it up. It's like, oh snap. Let me see. So then I'll go ahead and I put my I put the hoodie in for 15 seconds, 350 degrees for 15 seconds. And let me see, Eve from the Baby's Booty has applied with the heat press for 350 degrees for 12 seconds, but I always do 15. Then I'm pretty sure this can go on the glass, and then I'll go ahead and pull the KTM mask off, and then we'll press in the O. Oh, we'll do the fill in, and then the O, and the S and the N. Oh my goodness, you guys are gonna make me cry. Hi, Patrice, welcome in. Patrice from Craftable Things, my teacher, is here. Look, the oh my goodness, I'm going to cry. My designer for this template, maker with Marilyn, and my teacher. Wow, I am happy. Thank you guys so much for stopping by my channel. I really appreciate it. So then we have the A and the P, and I'm lining that up, and Marilyn did such an awesome job with designing this. Like, oh snap. So what I put in here is the champagne AB. So we're going to go and take this portion back over to the heat press. So I'm knocking over stuff because now I'm nervous. Have both of my teachers here. So let me see here. Don't want to mess up Marilyn's design, and then I have my teacher. Whew. It is on. And I have my friend Lady G. Let me see here. So I'll go ahead and press that again. And you are pressing a number of times. So it's good. But then I don't think I'm pressing more than normal. I think that the number of times that I am pressing is the normal amount. So then I'll go ahead and pull this KTM mask off. Oh, thank you. Oh, so thank you, Patrice. And let me see. I do not have the design in front of me. Okay, so the way, let me see here, the way Marilyn designed it, he's doing like the happy dance, like, oh snap. So he has his little foot here right above the P. And I like to bring everything close to the line so that when you have the hoodie on and you're zipping it up, you get that, you want to still be able to see the design. So I'm going to drop his little toe down a little bit, just because when you have your hoodie open, I don't want you to lose any of the design. So we're going to put the little gingerbread man there. Yes. So yes, we'll go ahead and put that on. Press it one more time. Put that hoodie underneath the heat press. Make sure that, everything's flat. Oops. Get the little gingerbread man. So how was everyone day so far? Getting so close to the holidays, only 9 more days before Christmas. I can't believe it. And I going to um going live this week. I'm going to try to do every day at 4 o'clock. And I have purchased various designs from my crafty friends, and I'm going to be pressing them every day until I get a lot of them done because I'm a little behind. So let me see here. I'm not too sure what I'm doing off to the side. I'm cutting the eyeballs away. I'm going to cut the lips away because I do not know. I believe they cut on separate mats. So I don't think that they are in line. So I just cut off little pieces. So here I'll place the eyes. Oh, that's good. Thank you, Patrice. Oh, sure, sure. Marilyn, I'm glad you had a good day. Although it was, whoa, oh, it was a pretty quick day. Yes, the end of the semester. And yes, I can go over the colors again. So let me see here. I'm putting the lips down. That's in magenta. Then I have the jet black. And I have to also, so I cut these little strips, but you have to make sure that you're not overlapping any of the other colors because you want, or the KTM mask isn't overlapping what you're putting down. If you understand what I'm talking about, you can't have 2 KTM mask pieces with the stones on top of each other with the expectation of them adhering to your garment. You just can't overlap. It has to be enough clearance. So I don't think I like his bow. It's not popping enough. It's not popping. So I have to do that over because it's not popping enough. Okay, so the colors of the stone. Let me see here. Okay, so I have jet black for the eyes, magenta for the lips. I have the coffee stones for the gingerbread man. The outline is tanzanite. And then the internal portions, this is champagne AB. And then what I just put down was the neon violet AB. So I may do his, what should I do his bow tie in? Because it being in champagne, it was not popping enough for me with that coffee stone. So I may have to do the champagne AB. Oh, okay. The champagne AB is blinging. Yes, thank you. Thanks, Marilyn. So I'm gonna, okay. Let me press what I have, and then I have to brush in a new bow tie. It shouldn't take long. Thank y'all so much for joining and being patient with me. Let me see. So it's looking pretty good. So I'll go ahead and get the design back out and use the champagne AB stones. Let me open up my chat so that it's closer to me. Oh, thanks. So I can kind of hand place these stones, but I'm going to get my brush out. So I did hear it, and I don't like to leave it sitting under there because once the hot fix rhinestone does its thing, I like to remove it from underneath all that heat. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up the bow tie that I just brushed in with the champagne AB. I think that'll, the contrast of the champagne AB and the coffee stones is a little better. So I'm going to go and take this that I just brushed in, and I'm going to take it right to the heat press. And these are the champagne AB for the bow tie. So it's looking pretty good. Aw, he's so cute. Oh, he's so cute. Aw. So this will be the last press, and then we'll be done. So again, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate everyone joining me while I split this design onto a zip-up hoodie. And this design is Making with Marilyn's design. I will put her Etsy shop in the description. So here it is. Oh, snap. And it's on the zipper hoodie. Wow. And it's hot. Wow. Let me move these stones out the way before I knock them over. Wow. This turned out, I think it turned out so nice. Look at that. Those stones. Wow. Yes, thank you, Marilyn. Yes, I think the bow stands out. It almost looks like the hoodie. Wow. Yes, this turned out really nice. Yes. Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate it. Yes. Yes. So again, you can find this design on Marilyn's Etsy shop, and her channel is Making with Marilyn. If you could stop by her channel and not just stop by, just take a look. She does a lot of bling sublimation. And when you stop by, please subscribe and like the video. So this, I absolutely love it. My granddaughter is going to take this from me. Yes. So again, I thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining this evening. This turned out better than I imagined. So to God be the glory for allowing me to share my story on this evening. Thank you, and have a good rest of your evening tonight. Thanks. And I'll talk to you later. Bye. Thank you. Thank you so much, Marilyn and Lady G and Patrice.